Y'all, come on back. Come on back. Come on back. I ain't finna stop. Stop. I don't know what's going on, but I ain't finna stop. I'm gonna get this message out. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's going on. But I ain't finna stop, man. Y'all, come on back. Y'all, come on back to the stream. And I'm keeping all of this up. All of it. I'm keeping every last one of these videos up, man. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what the problem is, what the issue is, but I'm keeping these videos up. All right, y'all back in here. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all back in here. And let me know how the audio sounds. Yeah, I'm keeping all of this up, man. I'm not deleting nothing. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna get this message out. I'm getting this message out. I'm definitely getting this message out because this is something that we need to, Spirit is telling me that we need to be looking at, man. Spirit is telling me that we need to be, you know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, I see we got some people watching. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and continue what I was saying and just piggyback off everything that I was saying before, right? I'm grateful that I have a good memory. So detailing cars, man, I'm in this space to where I'm taking over my financial state and my financial situation. I'm detailing cars. I'm learning more about detailing cars. I'm learning more about, this, you get what I'm saying? This, this business of detailing cars, man. I had that one good week, where I'm detailing cars, man. And then I turn around, I'm going through what I'm going through at home, and I'm being told that I shouldn't be doing this. I'm being told, that I'll forever be broke, or whatever the case may be, that I'll be broke carrying around. These are things that my dad is telling me this, man. You get what I'm saying? He's telling me that, he's telling me that I'll forever be broke, and this is where that perseverance comes from. This is where because I know Spirit puts me through things. I'm not ashamed of any of the things that I go through, because I know that Spirit puts me through things to make me stronger and to make me sharper. I'm being told that I'll be broke, carrying around a pressure washer, and sure enough, months later, not even a month later, I'm pressure washing a house, for this guy in the neighborhood that made $400. And like I was saying, man, that may not sound like a lot of money to a lot of people, but making $400 on one gig, one job, coming from where I come from the situation that I was in before, without making no income, man, hold on. When I'm only making $80 at work within a day while I'm on the clock, you get what I'm saying? And only getting a $300, $400 paycheck at the end of the week, man, that's a blessing. Man, I was blessed. I felt amazing after that. You get what I'm saying? I felt amazing. I felt like this is something that I created for myself, and this is an avenue that I created for myself. And I was able to make that kind of money doing that. Detailing cars, I'm making almost $200 doing that. Now imagine if I stayed consistent. Imagine if which I did, clientele was just the problem. Clientele. Now just imagine if I had clients consecutively every week. There's no telling how much money I could have made. But Spirit had other plans. Spirit had other plans. You get what I'm saying? So, I'm out there, I'm detailing, I'm pressure washing houses, I'm doing all of this, right? Another way, that I started to really take full control of my financial future and this journey to financial freedom, was wholesaling real estate. Wholesaling real estate, man, was something that I started to do, was something that I worked on, man, and I'm still working on that, like, as we speak, and it's been such a beautiful journey again, man. Again, as I said before, YouTube University got me through it. As I was out there, I'm gonna tell y'all this story too, man. I don't know where all these stories coming from. I don't know why Spirit, man, y'all getting the in look on my, look at my personal life, man, for real. So check it out, right? So I'm out there, I'm detailing cars, I'm talking about, and I'm letting everybody know, like, hey, look, man, y'all come check out my, come check me out. I'm detailing cars, man. So I ran into this guy, hot summer day too. It was hot that summer. Last year was one of the hottest summers that we had, and I think it's gonna be even hotter this year, right? So boom. I met this guy. I don't want to say his name, but I met this guy. And I told him about, detailing, that I was detailing cars, and I was washing cars. And he asked me about paint correction. I didn't know too much I knew about paint correction, but I didn't know too much, but I guarantee you I was going to learn. So he asked me if I knew how to correct a scratch that he had on his car. I said, yeah, man, I could do it. Which I believe I could have done it, right? But Spirit had other plans, man. So I'm on my way to the store. Family Dollar was like, around the corner. So I'm walking to the store, whatever. As I'm walking to the store, man, those walks be meditative, man. Spirit told me, hey, turn around and ask him what he does. Turn around and ask him what he does, man. So I turned around, came back from the store, and lucky enough, I was blessed enough that he was still there. So I called him. I was like, hey, man, let me holler at you real quick. Let me talk to you real fast. I say, I asked him, I said, hey, man, what do you do? What do you do, man? So, one thing I've learned, man, closed mouths don't get fed. I'm talking about closed mouths don't get fed. So I asked him, I say, what do you do? He said, oh, man, I'm the property manager of this property. I'm the property manager here. I say, so you're like, what, a real estate agent, real estate broker? He said, well, I'm a real estate broker. I invest in real estate as well. And I work with real estate agents. Those are different things from which I learned, right? We sat there for almost an hour in the heat, 30 minutes to an hour. We sitting up there, we chopping it up, and bro was telling me about how basically, how to get my foot into real estate, and we spoke about wholesaling real estate, right? And he basically broke down the fact that you don't need no startup costs, you don't need no funding for this. This is not a business that you need funding for, right? This is not a business that you need funding for. This is something that you can start in your backyard, meaning you can go outside today in your neighborhood, door knock, and ask who wants to sell their property. And all you're doing is you're the middleman of this situation, of this contract, of this deal, right? So, man, again, I went and did hella research on this. Did tons of research on this, tons of research on wholesale real estate, tons of research on, you know what I'm saying, on what it means to be a wholesaler when it comes to real estate. And I want to say by like the second week of me learning all of this, I'm outside and I'm doing exactly what he told me. So let's backtrack. I went from detailing cars to now I'm outside asking people if they want to sell their property. Do you know, and again, I'm so proud of myself, do you know how much bravery that takes? Do you know how much bravery that takes? And I'm gonna tell you something too. This is why I spoke about the subconscious mind. You know, as I was out there, man, I had this voice in my mind. You know, I had this voice in my head, and it almost stopped me. It almost stopped me, you know. It almost stopped me to where I almost turned around and went back into the house, right? This voice kept saying, who are you to ask anybody if they want to sell their property? Who's going to sell their property to you? Who are you to be speaking to investors? Who are you to be speaking to? I had to drown it out, and I had to keep going because one, it was hot outside. It was extremely hot outside, but I kept going. 11:11, I say, I kept going. I kept going. And I'm sitting here, and I literally, okay, it's about to happen again. Oh my God, what's going on? What is going on? What is going on? Hey, y'all let me know if y'all can still hear me, man. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I think we good now. So yeah, man. So yeah, I'm in the heat. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me too. Let me know if it's lagging. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Put something in the chat to let me know that y'all can hear me, man. But yeah, man, I'm out there in the heat, and I'm about to give up. You know, I'm about to give up. I'm about to go back in the house, and I'm about to say, you know, man, forget it. I don't even want to do it. You know, first day outside, man. I'm putting in work. Okay, bet. Appreciate it, bro. So I'm outside, man, and I fought through that. I fought through that. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I fought through that, and I stayed persistent, and I kept going, man. I kept going. And I want to say, within a couple of weeks of me doing this, I almost got my first deal. I almost ended up getting my first deal, man. I'm gonna tell y'all how I goofed this, and I think I told this story before on my channel. My phone was off. Man, I had found a property while I was out there. It was a good deal. It was a good deal, man. They wanted 130 for it. I talked them down. The house wasn't even worth they wanted 130,000, man. They wanted 130,000 for that property. I spoke to my investors. I spoke to the guys that I you know, I made a list of investors that I was working with. Talked that lady down to 95. And I had got my phone cut back on. And the lady was like, well, we were trying to call you. And it's funny because in this situation, I was actually meditating, and that's when Spirit told me to make that call. The lady told me, she was like, well, I was trying to call you, you know, and let you know that we actually accepted your offer of 95. I couldn't do nothing but put my face in my hands. Like, I goofed it, man. You know, it was something, you know, and I don't even really want to say that because it was something that was out of my control. But, you know, spirit knows, you know, things happen for a reason. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, that situation, it was like, it wasn't a disappointment. I can't tell y'all how excited I actually was, because that just let me know that I was on the right path and I knew exactly what I was doing. And I'm gonna tell you, I've had several deals to where I've almost made that big payout. You get what I'm saying? And as of now, I've actually gone back to the drawing board, man, and I'm coming up with different strategies on how to become a better closer and how to become a better salesman, you know, when it comes to closing these deals, man. Because when it comes to wholesale real estate, when it comes to anything in sales and marketing, you have to know how to be a closer. You have to know how to be a closer. You get what I'm saying? I just seen 555 again. I say, you have to know how to be a closer, and you have to know how to close deals, right? So, I know that once I hit the ground running with that, and with the knowledge that I have now, and again, man, if y'all go to the beginning of this video, the things that I spoke about in the beginning of this video, and see how far I've come to now, to what I'm talking about now, man, I'm extremely proud of myself, man. I've come so far, and I think this is why Spirit prompted me to go live, because I've come so far, man. I'm living with my parents. I'm not making any type of income. I don't even have a car, nor do I have my license. But I'm on the phone with thousandaires. I'm on the phone with millionaires. I'm on the phone with guys who are making $1,000 deals, $1 million deals. And I'm not going to say anybody's name, of course, but I'm on the phone with guys, with investors, and making deals, talking big numbers. And every time I was about to close a deal, it was always something that was out of my control. And for a long time, that it made me upset for a little minute. I'm not gonna lie to you. It made me upset. It made me upset. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because when you come that close to that big payout and something happens to where you can't close, or the deal doesn't, it makes you upset. And one thing that I learned from that situation, man, is that you don't get excited until you know that money is in your hands. When you get excited too early, that's when you it turns out bad for you, man. But yeah, man, I definitely wanted to talk about that. That's one way that I can say that I took control of my financial situation, and I'm still doing it. And I'm still doing it because, again, yes, I will clock into a job with the quickness. I don't mind working hard work. I've never been afraid of hard work, and I've never been afraid of hard work. You get what I'm saying? But something in me told me that I was meant to be an entrepreneur, that I was meant to be an owner of a business, or to say that, no, this is something that I created for myself. And I know the risk, and I know the risk that comes. You're gambling. And one thing about me, man, if I'm going to take a risk and if I'm going to gamble, I'm going to gamble on myself. You get what I'm saying? If I'm going to take a risk, if I'm going to gamble on something, it's going to be on myself. It's going to be on me. And that's what I did, man. That's what I did. I woke up and I said, for a long time, I've dreamed about being an entrepreneur. I've dreamed about owning businesses and owning a business. Didn't know what that was going to be, but this was something that I knew, and I still know this to this day. I know that I'm meant to be an owner, a business owner, an entrepreneur. And I know that I'm meant to be a leader. Not a boss, but a leader. Because this is information that I know that I can pass down. You get what I'm saying? This is information that I know I can pass down, So me being brave enough and me getting up and saying, you know what? I'm about to get up, boots to the ground. You get what I'm saying? Boots to the ground, and I'm about to get up there. I'm about to get up, and I'm about to get out, and I'm about to put in work. I'm about to put in work. Yes, I've been broke. Let me rephrase that, because I'm never broke. Let me rephrase that. Yes, I've had stints to where I have no income coming in. Right now, I have no income coming in. None. But I know that that's the risk of that's what it takes. Being in that uncomfortable position to be an entrepreneur. That's what it takes. Man, I hope y'all hear me. I hope y'all hear me, man. I hope y'all hear me. This is how you take control of your reality, man. This is how you reset your reality. I hope y'all hear me. I really hope y'all are hearing me. I know the risk of doing this work. I know the risk. It's just like spirituality. You know the risk. You know what it's going to take in the work that you're going to have to put in when it comes to the spiritual work. But you know that you have to take control over that. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody. You get what I'm saying? Nobody's going to do that work for you. So it's the same thing with this, man. I woke up and I'm like, you know what, man, it's time to get out there and get out. It's time to get up and get out here and make something happen. And this is what I'm doing now. This is what I'm doing now. And fast forward, man, and I want to thank Mr. Bandclap for this. You know, he was the one that really pushed me to doing not just YouTube and making content, but also doing readings, man. You know, those cards, man, when I'm pulling those cards, cartomancy, that's what I call it. You know, that's my practice, cartomancy, right? Divination with playing cards. Being able to be in a space to where I'm making an income doing something I love, which is helping people. Because the clients that I've had so far, man, I've helped them, and I've been able to allow spirit to use me as a vessel, and it's been such a beautiful experience. It's been such a beautiful experience. And I want to say, man, if y'all want a natal chart reading and everything reading from Mr. Bandclap, man, y'all go and get y'all a reading from Mr. Bandclap. Because like I said, man, this was the guy who actually pushed me to do this. And this is how I knew spirit prompted me to go ahead and start doing readings, man. If y'all want a reading from Mr. Bandclap, man, I encourage you, go and get a reading from that man. Go and get a reading from Mr. Bandclap. His readings will not disappoint. And I've learned a lot. Just from observing him. You get what I'm saying? And just watching him and doing what he, you know what I'm saying, with doing what he does and how he does his readings, man. You know, if you would like a reading from me, the link to my website will be in the description, and it is in my bio. Go straight to my website, go to my business email, and we'll set up your reading, man. You know, my Cashapp, if you would like to pay for readings or even donate, whatever the case may be, my Cashapp is Satrilrose. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, being able to do that work, man, being able to unlock this gift. And this was another download that I received as well too, man. When you're doing your spiritual work throughout that journey, you're gonna 222 Ashe. That's confirmation. You're gonna be in a space to where you're remembering certain things. You're gonna be in a state of remembrance because you're gonna remember certain gifts that you had. Me pulling those cards and me finding that tool, that understanding those playing cards, that was just me remembering that. You get what I'm saying? That was just me remembering that. Whether it be a past life, whether it be from an ancestor, whatever the case may be. I remember that, bro, you're clairvoyant. You can read not only people, but you can read certain things. You have the gift of divination. You have the gift of divination. Now, y'all can go and look at the reviews. Y'all can go and look at the testimonials. You get what I'm saying? I'm not bragging because that'll be ego. But at the same time, I will say that when I get those messages from spirit, I've been blessed enough to relay those messages. So being able to be in a space to where now I'm, again, making income from that. I'm in a space to where I'm receiving, you get what I'm saying? Receiving that energy exchange from that. It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. So not only was I in control of my spiritual growth, but my financial growth as well. Because as much as it's helping my clients, it's helping me as well. Because my inner child loves it. My inner child loves it, man. You get what I'm saying? My inner child loves pulling those cards. My inner child loves reading those cards. Through the past couple of days, you know, for the past 2 weeks, those cards have been calling me, and I've been doing readings for myself. I've been doing readings for myself, man, and it's been, I'm telling you, it's been such a mind-blowing experience. It's been such a mind-blowing experience, man. And that's what prompted me. That's what prompted me to go ahead and do this. To go ahead and put this message out, man. You know, you got to take control. If the things that control you outweigh the things that you have control over, that's a problem. You have to take control over that. And that's why Spirit gave me that download. Do the work necessary, whatever that may be, whatever it is that has control over you. Do the work, do what needs to be done. Do what needs to be done to take control. Since I've been here on here, man, and just like talking with you guys and just like giving out, telling these stories, man, I'm looking back on where I was and, and how much I've grown and how much I've come. You get what I'm saying? Like how far I've come, and you get what I'm saying? Like it's such a beautiful and it's such a divine experience, man. Like being able to look back at that, being able to reflect on that, being able to reflect on how much I've grown spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and being able to acknowledge that. This is how I reset my reality. Didn't realize it. I hate that I didn't realize it. I hate that it took me this long to realize it. But when you're in that fight and you're battling, you're constantly battling, and you're doing the work, when you in the thick of it, you can miss a lot. And that's what I did, man. And that's why meditation is so important to me, because I was able to receive that, and I was able to look back and realize, like, man, your reality has shifted. Your reality has reset itself. Your reality has really reset itself. You're not in the same space you were last year, the year before. You're in a different space. You're in a different realm. I'm gonna tell you something that's even more exciting. It's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again. I'm gonna have another reset. And this time I'm gonna be aware of it. This time I'm gonna be aware of it. My spirit guides have already made me aware of this one. I'm gonna be aware of that next reset. I'm gonna be aware of that next shift. Because it can happen so fast. It can happen so fast. It can happen so quick. It can happen so quick that you won't even notice it. So this is why you have to look and you have to observe and you have to pay attention to. And another download that I'm getting right now as we speak is, don't allow the things that you can't control knock you off your path. Because there are going to be things that you just cannot control, that are just out of your control. You have to let things play out. Allow those things to play out. Allow those things to play, to you get what I'm saying? To play out in your life, in your reality. Because I guarantee you it's going to be a lesson. You're going to look at it as an L, as a loss, but I guarantee you it's going to be a lesson. This was a hard pill for me to swallow, because I'm the type of person that I want to control everything. But there are going to be things that you just cannot control. It's going to be out of your hands. What they say, let go and let God. All you can do is pray. All you can do is meditate. All you can do is relax and rest. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. That's it. Yes, there are going to be things that are going to be out of your control. Don't allow that to knock you off your path. Don't allow that to knock you off your square. You know? Don't allow that to knock you off your square, man. I know it's going to be painful. It's going to hurt. I've been through it. Still going through it. There are things that are just out of my control. But what I can do is look at the things that I can control. 333, I shake. I'm going to look at the things that I can control. I'm going to pay attention to that, and I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on what's right in front of me. This was something that I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn this the hard way, man. I had to learn this the hard way. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, man. We had some technical difficulties, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, as always, you guys can find me on Instagram, TikTok, of course, YouTube. I'm gonna be posting these clips. You know, I'm gonna be posting this everywhere. You know what I mean? You know, I appreciate y'all for being here, man. You know, love always. I say.